You're just less than 10 days away from the CIPR Midlands Awards, and I've just sat down with our head judge Jenifer Stirton.
I'm Jenifer Stirton, part of CIPR Scotland. I'm a chartered practitioner and a CIPR fellow.
What does a fair judging process actually look like behind the scenes?
Optimum for judging, I would guess it's got to be picking the right judges, picking people that have got the experience and the breadth of knowledge about PR practitioners, about what we expect people to do in certain areas and certain categories. In Scotland, we have a large number of fellows and they're always keen to be involved. So there was a fellow in all of the judging categories, plus someone else looking at the work. So it was split into groups of 4 judging categories, split amongst 6 teams of 4. It's split that way, so there's 2 and 2 in each team, and they go through the categories, and then once one's been through, they swap over and they go over them again. And if their markings are different, they look at it and discuss it. It's not just one thing, there's different things. Make sure that you put the right name on the entry. Some people put the same campaign in for maybe 2 or 3 entries, but they don't change the entry. So sometimes that can be confusing for the judges. Am I got the wrong category? So we had a couple of ones like that. Make sure you get the entry right, you get less than 1,000 words, and that you've got all your attachments that you refer to. It's always good, I think, if you're submitting an entry to get someone else to go over it before you submit it, just to make sure you've got everything there and correct.
Beyond the winning entries, what stood out to you as a key trend or indicator of excellence across the wider pool of submissions?
I guess all the judges said how impressed they were by the extent of research and work that went into every entry. And there were some really great entries in there. And without giving too much all of the entries, there were some that it was really difficult to between them or separate, and you'll find out more about that on the night. All the judges were really impressed about the level of the entries, and that's, Scotland judges a few areas, so that was certainly a big one. I think they were a bit taken aback how good it was in the Midlands.
Right, so the judging process was quite challenging.
It was challenging. We had 2 or 3 new judges this time round, and they all commented, one, enjoyable it was, but actually it was hard work as well.
How will these awards help put the Midlands PR and communications scene on the top?
I think it highlights the amount of work, an outstanding amount of work that's going on in each of these areas. It highlights not just the amount of PR practice going on, but the standard of it, which is exceptionally high. And it allows everyone to see what else is going on in other areas. And that's the great thing about judging in many ways, that you get to see what other people are doing.
What gaps do you think need to be filled within in the next years in regard to judging processes and also I don't know, deadlines, timelines, or something that need to be considered in the next years?
I think it's looking at the categories. Are the categories still relevant year after year? What I found, and not just me, but other judges, quite surprising, was that for all how much in our profession we're caught up with AI and the ethical points about AI in our professional practice, there were hardly any category entries for the AI and digital categories. And yet the traditional best campaign, best media relations had loads of entries. So I think we all had a bit of a surprise. We thought it would be front end loaded for the digital and AI categories, less so in the more traditional ones around media, and that was not the case. So what is it that we don't yet know what we want to do with AI and digital in these awards? Will we always go back? So I think it's the relevance of the categories as we move on and as things change in our profession.